The second season begins with all the girls on the rooftop, where Hikari tells them that most relationships eventually enter a phase of boredom after 3 months. Okay, when was the last episode of the first season? Someone asks, referring to when we started dating Rintaro. Akai replies in December 2023. That's right. The second season started in January 2025, which means more than 3 months have passed. Hikari's mother then remarks that he only became her boyfriend 2 episodes ago. Carney thinks her situation will end if Rintaro gets bored with her. Don't worry, Hikari says. I have a plan to spice things up. Kosari, come here. Hikari adds, the compound you asked him for is nearly ready. The explosive and destructive drug against boredom. When used, it's meant to spoil everything. Rintaro rushes in and asks, what's wrong with you? The second season has just begun. What's the problem? After arriving, he sees that Gairir's gas is filling the room. One of the girls exclaims, my body is too little, and then asks, could it be that there has been a swap among us? Rintaro replies, a swap like in your name. Kosari, now in Hikari's body, remarks, the explosion should have changed our personalities, not our souls. Akai responds, that would ruin everything, even if it worked. Shizuka adds, it's better that we accept our new bodies. Akai then says, you adapt so quickly. Hikari's mother asks, who said my body is heavy? Rintaro interjects, hold on, the situation is getting out of control. Who is it from now? Hikari thinks to herself that she can do whatever she wants without anyone knowing who she really is. Then she declares, no one can mess with this body. You're falling, so grab her. Rintaro asks, are you okay, Hikari? Kosari replies, it's my fault. Don't you know who I am? Rintaro notes, you just mentioned your name. Kosari then says, I feel like taking care of my business, but you're wearing diapers, so that's the problem. Hikari concludes, I don't wear any diapers. Let's go to the bathroom. He says, I wonder who is in Kosari's body. Kosari replies, I'm small, young. Rintaro then says, this is Hikari's mother. Hikari's mother answers, I'm small and full of life, while Carney, now in Hikari's mother's body, emerges from Carney's own body. She wears a calm smile and shows no anger. Soon, Shizuka's body appears and says, you need your phone, right? Rintaro responds, she's Shizuka. Akai remarks, that was utterly incompetent. Rintaro then asks, now that we know who is who, how do we return you to your original bodies? Kosari replies, I've run out of all the ingredients. Hikari's mother says, there's only one way to solve this, and that is a kiss with a mirror. Akai adds, this might be an excuse, a 100% kiss for you, Rintaro. Hikari's mother calls out, come here, Rintaro, and wraps him in an embrace, saying, who is my charming young man? Who is my delightful young man? Rintaro exclaims, what's with all this maternal aura? What is this overwhelming emotion I feel? She teases, do you know what happens? Well-behaved boys get this. And then she kisses him. Hikari exclaims, Winda, a miracle has happened. They say, usually one falls head over heels after a kiss, as the soul nearly escapes the body. The souls haven't yet settled into the bodies. Akai suggests, so the most effective option is for all of us to kiss. Then we'll return to our original bodies once this is over. Soon, the girls go back to their own bodies. Rintaro remarks, 6 consecutive kisses. This series of kisses is overflowing with ecstasy. Hikari then asks, what do you think about stirring up our feelings today? He replies, actually, it was very exciting. She muses to herself that although it wasn't exactly as she had planned, it worked out since we managed to give him a taste of our thrilling kisses. Rintaro declares, "I truly love you just as you are," causing the girls to blush as they shower him with a barrage of kisses. At lunchtime, Rintaro goes to buy his own food after having given his lunch to Kosari, who had forgotten hers. When he goes to order lunch, he accidentally touches a girl and once again feels a jolt of love. He comments, "This is just like middle school." She retorts, "Do you have any objection? There's no law preventing me from coming to the high school cafeteria." When the girl later tries to pick up her order, she can't find her wallet, so she leaves and sits in the garden. Rintaro follows her and asks, "Do you want to share this with me?" I say, "That's odd and intriguing to my senses." He adds, "I expected to be in a different mood. I'll have something else after this, so I don't mind if you take half." She replies, "I'm not one to take food from others." But in the end, she takes some, and they start eating. He remarks, "I really have this delicious food," and asks, "Do you like it?" She explains, "Some of my classmates were talking about a movie in which something like this appeared, so I craved it. Besides, my body burns fat so quickly that I'm always hungry, and my stomach makes noises. And when I want to eat something specific, things only get worse. I'm really sorry for having treated you rudely earlier." He replies, "Don't lecture me about that." She confesses, "All I can think about is food. Every time I see something new, a fresh desire awakens in me. The black Saburo makes me crave ramen. Life must be hard for you, so I try to block out my sight and sound by using a head covering and headphones." He says, "So that was their purpose? Well, I've just taken them off now." She adds, "I want to enjoy the sound and taste of this food. This is the very least that can be done for me." After finishing the meal, she leaves. He calls out, "Hey, will you tell me your name?" I say, with a frightening expression, "Are you harassing me, you creepy one?" In a timid tone, she replies, "Why are my heartbeats speeding up? I just don't understand." During the next day's lunch break, we see the girl walking with a frightening expression, and all the students steer clear of her. She thinks, "I want a sandwich," because her class has been talking about her ever since she appeared on some show. Fortunately, they sell sandwiches in the middle school cafeteria, but the supply has run out. Then Rintaro comes and asks, "What are you craving today?" She retorts, "What are you doing here?" He replies, "There's no rule that forbids me from coming, or not coming, to the middle school cafeteria." She grows angry and exclaims, "Was that supposed to be a sandwich? We're out here too." Then she adds, "Maybe we can get some shaitra at a store somewhere." He insists, "Wait, middle school students are not allowed to leave the campus during break. I'm taking care of that." She slaps him and says, "I don't need help from a stranger. Leave me alone," and she walks off. But she finds no sandwich in any store. Left alone with her thoughts, she reflects, "I'm so angry, and I'm angry at myself. Why am I always like this? Why do I take out my anger on others, which only ends up leaving me lonely? Even though he was kind to me, I pushed him away. I'm always hungry and don't possess a single good quality. What's wrong with me?" Later, when she returns to school, she finds Rintaro waiting for her. He says, "I'm glad you came back before break ended. Come with me," and they head to the kitchen where she sees a sandwich. He urges, "Come on, try it." She replies, "I don't need your help." He adds, "I prepared it just for you," as if it were a caress, while he himself takes a bite of a sandwich. She exclaims, "It's delicious, and where did you get it?" He answers, "I made it for you, even though it wasn't easy for me." Noticing that Rintaro is blushing, she asks, "Why are you being so nice to me like this? You don't even know my name. I was rude to you and didn't say anything positive." He responds, "But there is some positivity." She says, "Don't try to comfort me. Then he adds, "You really appreciate food. I like that about you." She continues, "Sure, I eat in a normal way, yet you make it seem otherwise. You even say you get hungry quickly, and I think that's why you love food so much." Sharing a meal with someone who truly enjoys their food only heightens its flavor. You have such wonderful qualities that you spread joy to everyone around you. Shyly, she admits, "You're just like me. When I eat with someone, everything tastes better than usual. So, can you keep eating with me, as my sweetheart?" He replies, "Thank you. All I wish for is to have lunch with you." Then she introduces herself. "My name is Kurumi." He says, "Pleased to meet you." Turning to his friends, he declares, "That's all that happened. Can I have your welcome for my new sweetheart?" She chimes in, "Inda, do we now have a mischievous girl?" He replies that she's an attractive girl, to which she retorts, "Attractiveness isn't the only basis of beauty." He adds, "She probably gets hungry and upset over little things sometimes." Kurumi declares firmly, "I won't be involved with anyone other than Rintaro." Akai then comments, "Intimacy between us lovers is futile." He asks, "What do you mean by futile? What about all the moments we've shared together? Even when we were just friends, you scoundrel." Akai continues, "I don't spend time with all of you because I need to do that. I love you all." They all gather around and say, "We love you too." Kurumi asks, "What's going on here? What's wrong with these people?" Rintaro then announces, "Girls, did you hear? Next Sunday, there will be a food fighting festival. The winner gets a cash prize and some food, and teams of 10 can participate. So we can all join in." Kurumi says, "I can win on my own. I'll participate individually." Rintaro adds, "But our chance of winning will be much higher if we work together." Hikari's mother interjects, "Middle school students must behave properly, especially since their parents are working on Sunday." Kurumi retorts, "Show some respect to your mother and register me." Hikari's mother replies, "I will, since you called me by my name." In a fit of anger, Kurumi shouts, "On my body!" And so, we all participated together.